Okay, we're going to cover the most basic sort of conditions. Here I've got a form, a simple two-sentence form. When I fill it in, I end up with, my name is John Doe, my spouse's name is Jane Doe. But what if there is no spouse? In that case, the form user would leave this line blank, and when they click fill, they end up with this. My name is John Doe, my spouse's name is blank. As the form creator, I really want that second sentence to disappear when the name of the spouse is empty. So I'm going to reset this form, and I'm going to create a condition. To create a condition, you select the conditional text. In this case, it's this entire sentence, and you click the condition button. Choose the answer upon which the condition is based. In this case, it's going to depend on what's typed here in the spouse answer, and add the condition with this button. And then choose whatever is appropriate in these boxes on the right. In this case, I want the selected text, my spouse's name is spouse, to appear only when the answer is not empty. When this box is not empty, this text will appear. I'll click Done there. And now when I fill in the form, if there is no spouse, the second sentence is deleted. If there is a spouse, and I fill in the form, the second sentence appears. It's now a conditional sentence. I'm going to reset this form. Often, maybe even usually, when you add a condition to a form, you also need to add an opposing condition. In this case, as the form creator, when there is no spouse, I really want a new sentence to appear. I want a new sentence that says, I am not married, to appear when there is no spouse, when the spouse answer is empty. So I select this new sentence that I've just added and make it conditional as well. I click the condition button, choose the answer I'm talking about, add condition, and in this case I want this selected text to appear when the answer is empty. Click Done. I have two opposing conditions now. This one will appear when the spouse is not equal to empty, and this one will appear when the spouse is equal to empty. Let's fill in the form now to see the results. Since I have a spouse, I get this sentence, but if I did not have a spouse and click fill, I'd get this sentence. So that's a technique you'll use a lot, two opposing conditions right next to each other. I'm going to reset this, and I'm going to show you a couple other things about conditions. One is, it's sometimes difficult in a form to tell where one condition ends and the next condition begins. Here I've got two conditions jammed up next to each other, and it can get a little tricky to decipher what's going on. A nice shortcut to make this clearer is to put your cursor anywhere in the starting code here and click the condition button as if you were going to modify the condition, but then just close that screen, and the Form tool has highlighted in blue here the entire condition from beginning to end, beginning with this opening code and ending with this closing bracket code here. So I can see exactly what is contained within that condition. I'll do the same for this condition by putting my cursor anywhere in the starting code, clicking condition, and closing the screen, and now I can see exactly what text is contained in that second condition. Other choices available in that same condition screen, let's run through those. These are all conditions that can be created based on a simple text, plain text answer. Other conditions are available for smart answers like lists and so forth, but these ones are all available just for simple text type answers. And let's go through the list here. As we already saw, we can make conditions that depend on whether the answer is or is not empty. We can also make conditions based on whether the answer is or is not certain text, a certain number, or a certain date. We can make conditions that depend on whether or not the answer contains or does not contain certain text. Conditions that depend on whether the answer starts with or does not start with certain text. Conditions based on whether the answer ends with or does not end with certain text. Conditions based on whether the answer is alphabetically before or after certain text. Conditions based on whether the answer is less than a particular number or more than a particular number. And conditions that are based on whether the answer is earlier than a particular date or later than a particular date. Loads and loads of choices. And that covers all the types of conditions related to simple text type answers.